Author Raphael Jacob Galapo Rosenthal. Presentation: A proposal for global improvement through meritocratic private for-profit government (MG) and single land value tax system. This thrust of this initiative is to design a private for-profit business plan to establish an enterprise that can meritocratically administer a nation or a subset territory therein. The Meritocratic Public Policy Institute, MEPPIN, believes that meritocratic government and single land value tax (SLVT) will promote and advance complete meritocratic and healthy competition with appropriate accountability within the context of autonomous governmental system, as well as through the private sector. It will encourage positive, more productive interaction between the public and private sectors. We are also convinced that this system will inspire more trust in government, provide a foundation upon which consensus and peace can be constructed between enemies, and create a context within which necessary decisions can be made to be more rapidly and efficiently address any number of societal problems, whether those are relatively small and comparatively simple, such as may be found in developed nations such as Norway, to countries with enormous and seemingly intractable conflicts such as Syria and Yemen. In our estimation, any nation that implements an MG, meritocratic government, SLVT, single land value tax system, will, within the first 5 years of introduction, will show increased GDP growth of 100%, government revenue increase 150%, companies 100%, workers' salaries 80%, reduction in poverty 90%, and employment 95%. MEPPIN has prepared a report on MG and SLVT, which is intended as a fundamental document towards the development of a PhD dissertation. To accomplish that, further research as well as discussion and engagement with citizens, corporation unions, political parties, and governments will be required. Following the production of a successful defendant dissertation, MEPPIN will seek to implement a pilot project within a population center of approximately 10,000 inhabitants. Assuming success, it will thereafter be implemented to areas with larger population. Accordingly, MEPPIN is currently in search of partners as well as endorsement by organization and individual supporters. As regards the cost, for the 2007 and 2009 period, MEPPIN estimates the need for approximately $300,000. As a visitor to the site, we hope you will take the time to learn more about this project. Thereafter, we would like to hear from you and to discover how we can best develop the partnerships that will see this initiative through to success. If you or your organization are inclined towards such partnership, we will especially interested in your getting in touch with us directly. MG and SLVT implementation methods may vary, but here are some options. MG, it's meritocratic government, and SLVT, it is single land value tax, for those who don't remember the acronym. Here are some options. First option, how to implement SLVT and MG. The government of any given geographical region, municipality, country, state, province, department, or federal government will be fully accountable for profit-driven private business enterprise that will be elected by the local population for limited term. The population would elect 4 branches of government: legislative, executive, judiciary, police, army, law enforcement, for the municipality, state, and federal government. All of them are different companies that cannot be owned by the same holding company or the same person. 2. An existing government would be entitled to become a fully second way of implementation. 2. An existing government will be entitled to become a full or partial participant to the new business enterprise. This directly addresses the potential obstacle that could be presented by those who currently in power by transforming them into allies working towards the improvement of governments through the establishment of private governance. 3. Third way how to implement MG and SLVT. 3. Purchase or lease a given territory which would then be administered as a private business enterprise in MEPPIN business enterprise. In MEPPIN view, that may be the easiest way to introduce this new type of government. Implementation cost and funding sources. Minimum implementation cost will cost total $10 million. This will be used as a pawn payment to pay an existing government and the citizens for whom it is responsible to agree to the execution of a 5-year pilot project. This pawn payment is a way to guarantee and make almost impossible for them to lose because they have already had in their hand their money for anything goes wrong. That means they have nothing to lose. Should a successful project occur and the project successful at achieving target metrics and financial results for the government industry and at the population at large, then there will be an expectation that this initial outlaw pawn payment will be repaid to our non-profit organization. Funds will be secured from non-profit foundations, citizens, major and minor donors, government aid organizations, and companies itself that will be administer the territory. Strategic vision implementing meritocratic government and citizen acceptance. As with almost any governmental system, the strategic implementation of a meritocratic government within a given national territory or design subset the roof cannot be one size fits all proposition. Beyond pursuing citizens, government, and political parties, leaders, the private sector, beyond pursuing citizens, governmental, and political party leaders, the private sector and others as to the efficacy of shifting to meritocratic system, there will be other considerations. Those will include culture as well as whether a given region is in a conflict zone or has any history of democratically elected government. Strategies will need to be sensitive and to directly address all of those variables. However, in broad strokes, the following are some ideas as regarding MG implementation, meritocratic government implementation. Meritocratic government is a system that designed to benefit everyone, and for a variety of reasons, it's likely to be attractive to most people. Consequently, given an opportunity for learn about its implications, it's equally likely that a successful pilot project can be launched as a result of witnessable and objectively verifiable results. Its merits generate a desire for a meritocratic government system to be implemented elsewhere. A critical advantage of meritocratic government is that it is extremely secure because the moving parts of the engine that drives it has been streamlined such that the principal objective is the acquisition of a form of profit through single land value tax revenues. The SLVT are solely dependent on economic growth, which is produced by citizens directly working towards efficient outputs, thereby increasing the inherent value of land and the opportunities it can generate. The more successful the system, the greater will be the prosperity and satisfaction of all at life aspects of a bigger number of citizens, of all life aspects of satisfaction of all citizens in all aspects of their lives, of a bigger number of citizens. With greater prosperity, citizens will be contributing more in SLVT, which will permit for the better functioning of the MG system. This will further establish the credibility of MG as a sensible and viable alternative to existing governmental forms, which will in turn encourage its adoption elsewhere. As anything that may damage the quality of life for the citizenry or their opportunities to achieve success, up to and inclusive the potential for internal-external conflict, will decrease the generation of SLVT revenues and thereby decrease the effectiveness of the MG system. Thus, the government has a vested interest in focusing its attention and efforts on maximizing every opportunity to create the context within which all citizens can be successful and minimizing circumstances which some citizens benefit as a consequence of other laws. Consequently, MG is in an almost pure sense a business result-driven system. What profits its citizens. Accordingly, it will always be in the best interest of the government to invest in infrastructure and a system that will benefit all citizens, public health, security, free, fair, rapid mass transit, and lifelong education. And all those will be included in SLVT, because all those services can be charged on SLVT because they automatically would increase the SLVT land economic rent, land's market-oriented value price. The latter will include full governmental support for elementary, high school, and college level learning, but for advanced degree programs as well as skill enhancement programs and reorientation, retraining for the unemployed. Professionals who need time off from work to enhance their education would continue to receive their full salaries, while unemployed individuals participating in training services will receive an appropriate living wage. The funding required to fully support all of those activities will be set by the SLVT increase that they will generate, as well as the projecting that in an SLVT MG system, salaries will be 80% higher than today's salaries under current non-profit government and labor capital taxes economic system. That means the current democratic, the current non-profitable democratic government and the current type of economic system that has taxes on labor and capital. So MG SLVT will have 80% higher salary than current type of economic system and governmental system. Some of MG policies are copied or similar from Singapore. An example, land income, SLVT, bonus payment for public servants, and long life learning for citizens. The structure of MG-SLVT dramatically minimizes the possibility, necessity, reasons, and desire of a corruption or steal, because there is no one to steal from, as the government already profits from the country legally and have infinite ways to profit more, that are totally dependent on how much he makes, better life and increase wealth for the citizens, as explained previously. From the government side, he also can profit by more inventing, he can profit more by inventing many new efficiencies to decrease the administration cost to profit more. The decrease of administration costs will also enable MG to invest more, give more benefits to citizens, to increase SLVT, to further increase SLVT. From other side, if he steals, he will decrease its own profits because of SLVT decreased value. If he divests the country, he can be persecuted, receive big fines, lose the next election to govern the country, lose the opportunity for the company to expand out to other territories to profit more, and probably will lose the entire business. It will lose the entire business. This occurs because MG is also accountable and vulnerable. MG has a totally divided power. The population would elect the 4 branches of government: legislative, executive, judiciary, police, army, law enforcement. For the municipality, state and federal governments. Each one will be a different separate company and can have the same owners or subsidiary of one company. That means if a company is working for the federal government, it can't work for the state or municipal individual, vice versa, independently which brand of government they are. Any bad act of any branch of government, it's easy to be kicked out by the population or by the other branch of government. An example: a federal police or judiciary can remove an abusive state or state police or state executive and be replaced by other elected companies. All other government departments, agencies, PPP, public-private partnership, and so forth, will be under the direction of a separate and distinct meritocratic companies, designed according to the branch of the government they are under jurisdiction. Plus, a key component of MG-based society will be the existence of a free and unrestricted media. Accordingly, MG vastly undercuts the temptation of government to be influenced by groups or individuals seeking advantage or privilege on account of ideology, party politics, or lines to religion, nationality, or a foreign proxy, etc. Such corruptions to the system would only serve to decrease SLVT revenue and undermine government itself, let alone the prosperity, security, as well and well-being of the society it administers. This purposeful focus on SLVT can also work not just for governmental ends, but to the motivational objective of citizens themselves, as they would seek to disempower and disengage from those factors and forces that would diminish SLVT revenue attained and growth. Indeed, within this context, it may be argued that MG can create a significant economic framework around which conflict parties within a given society can unite. While certain and seemingly intractable animosity may remain, an MG system able to deliver to all citizens and in equal manner essential services plus plausible opportunities to produce tangible and widespread benefits through personal and business wealth generation may contribute dramatically to a reduction of tensions and acts as catalyst towards dispute resolution.